What's going on, people? Ben here from Bateman Talks Tottenham, back with another video of my dad Paul.
Hello.
Where today we'll be reacting to the 1-1 draw of Newcastle and then defeat on penalties in the post-season friendly, which is a bit of a weird occasion to have a game after the end of the season.
Yeah, very odd. We
lost on penalties in the end. The first half was a lot more of a sort of first team you'd see, and in the second half a lot of sort of bench players and academy players. Pretty much it was a full academy team at the end of the game, other than Brian Gill and Skip. The first half, Spurs dominated the play. Newcastle had a couple of chances on the counter, but Spurs generally had the most of the play. Weren't too many clear-cut chances created, with the goal coming from a bad pass from Nick Pope to James Maddison, who handballed it in the build-up, and if it was in the Premier League, the goal wouldn't have stood. But then a good bit of dribbling and then a great shot from James Maddison to fire it into the roof of the net. Yeah. And then it was kind of just a sort of cagey game, not the best football. You could kind of tell that both teams knew their season was over and weren't really wanting to get injured or weren't throwing too much into the game. But I think the main thing was for the youngsters that came in the second half.
Yeah, it's good to see them. Some of them I'd never even heard of, to be honest. But in the first half, Kulusevski starting again, central.
Like he did against Sheffield United.
Yeah, so that was interesting. That obviously they wanted to try that. Give more time.
And we're having Sonny on the left. Maybe that'll be something we see next season when a striker we sign is injured potentially. Yeah. In terms of signing strikers, Ali Gold asked Ange after the game about plans for the transfer window, and he said there was a clear plan that Ange was happy with, and they'd hinted that there were particularly going to be moves in the attacking area of the pitch, which I think is music to our ears, really, isn't it?
Very much so, yeah. But it was good to see the youngsters. Dane Scarlett had a couple of chances.
Scored his penalty.
And Hall, is it?
Yeah.
Tyrese Hall, very good.
He looks bright.
He looks very good. And George Abbott.
Yeah, Jamie Donnelly played.
They all acquitted themselves well.
And Ashley Phillips played as well.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah, he played for most of the second half. Well, the whole second half, and he looked composed. Yeah. He's just been off the back of a big season with Plymouth, where they just about stayed up on the last day of the season. Probably he'll be back out on loan again next season. But yeah, they all had a good account of themselves, didn't they?
They did, very good. Yeah.
And then going on to the penalties, can't really fault anybody other than Brian Gill, who missed.
Yes, he's ironically one of the only two first team players there, and they only missed because the other four penalties were very good. Yeah,
a lot of them were down the middle as well. Spurs hit two down the middle, with Oliver Skip being one of them. Yeah. Brian Gill, that's probably his last kick in the Spurs shirt as well, missing a penalty.
Well, could be.
From all the rumours, it seems that he's going to be on his way out. So yeah, his last kick in his Spurs shirt is probably missing a penalty. But let's be honest, the result wasn't the main point of this game. No. And to be honest, it was just good to see the players have some minutes on the pitch, good for their development. Yeah. And look ahead to next season, really.
Very much so.
In other news regarding the Premier League, Mauricio Pochettino, after his betrayal by some Spurs fans, seeing it as well, you suppose it is a betrayal, really, if you believe he's really as loyal to Spurs as people maybe thought he was, or do people care as much? There's been very differing opinions on that in terms of Pochettino when he went to Chelsea. At the game earlier on in the season, there was a mixed reaction of cheering and booing, wasn't there? But Pochettino has left Chelsea by mutual consent. Sounded like it was up in the air what was going to happen for a couple of weeks, with Pochettino making some interesting comments in the press conferences about transfer dealings, and well, it sounds like it's not gone well. Yeah. It's weird though, isn't it?
It'd be interesting to see who they do get in.
Yeah, I think it's interesting though. They were 12th in the league at one point, didn't get rid of him, and now they had a very good end to the season and almost got to 5th place ahead of us, and now he's gone. So yeah,
very odd.
Classic Chelsea, really, isn't it? Take 2 steps forwards and go 3 backwards. But we're not complaining. I think they would have done quite good next season if he'd been up there. And there's been a mixed reaction with some of their players as well. A lot of them having sort of cryptic messages on social media, liking Pochettino. So Chelsea, the circus continues, really.
Yes. And expensive circus.
Yeah, who knows who they're going to appoint, but we will wait and see, I suppose. Yeah. Well, thank you all for watching this match reaction. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And as always, come on you Spurs!